Good morning. Hi everyone. Welcome back to this channel. Today we are talking about some favorites and favorites from one brand in particular. I feel like lately we've done a lot of like swatching and palettes and new collections and all that sort of stuff, and I want to bring it back to basics and I want to share with you some of my favorite products across different brands. So the stuff that I'll be sharing with you today is not limited edition. It's part of the permanent MAC collection. It's stuff that I buy all the time, I replace when it runs out and all that sort of stuff. So as you have figured out, we are talking about MAC. So this is my must-haves from MAC. And originally it was going to be like my top 5 from MAC, and I just realized that I had more than 5 and I couldn't cut them down. Of course, you know, with all brands, there are some products I don't actually like from MAC. So for example, I just can't get MAC foundations to work for me personally. I can't get the color right. They're always either too orange or too yellow or just too pale for me. I must be like in-betweeny, and I tend not to mix foundations if I can help it. But there are lots and lots of things that I really do love. So here we go. One of the first things that I ever purchased from MAC, and I continue to purchase again, is the MAC Strobe Cream. I've been seeing on social media that MAC are expanding their strobing collection, but this is the original. I always purchase in the travel size because 2 of the travel size equals the same as 1 standard size, and they're actually cheaper. Plus, I like the squeezy tube. So strobe cream is kind of like halfway between a moisturizer and a primer. I apply this underneath my foundation, and it's a white cream or lotion, but when you rub it in, it gives your skin a real glow. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you this on camera. So it's just got, I could just give you a sheen, a lovely sheen. It doesn't have pigmentation in it. It does just have like, for me personally, I think it's almost like a purpley kind of pink sheen to your skin. So you can use it, as I said, as a base. I have mixed it in with a foundation before, and I have also used it on top of foundation. If I'm not using powders, I also put it on top of foundation and use it as a very, very light highlight. In addition to it just making your skin look lovely and dewy, it actually is moisturizing as well. So this is my first must-have from MAC. Second of all, this one's a little bit controversial. People either love or hate this product, and I love it. It's the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. Now the problem that most people have with this concealer is the packaging. It is made of very, very thin, fragile glass, and if you do drop it, it will shatter everywhere. And also people kind of think, or don't really like the pump. Mine's pretty dirty. They don't like the pump. I do like the pump. I do feel like, and I agree that it does let off a little bit too much product, but what I tend to do is I have a little sample jar. If I really just need the smallest amount, I will dispense it into the sample jar and then close it tightly, and I'll just use it next time. It's no big deal. But if I'm using it under the eyes, or you know, a lighter shade like this one, if I'm using it, you know, to highlight a little bit, then I will use a full pump. It's no big deal. The thing I love most about this is that it just wears for so long. The thing I don't really love about this is that it is quite drying. Now I've used it today under my eyes, and my under eyes are looking quite dry today. So I'm going to have to maybe put a little bit of moisturizer very, very thinly on top, just dab it on a little bit. Hopefully it will make it look a little fresher. But in terms of longevity, in terms of coverage, I really love this one. So this is my second must-have from MAC. My third favorite from MAC are the blushes, and it's just that there's so many shades available. I feel like they're nice and pigmented, but they're not crazy patchy and pigmented. Like I said, there's lots and lots of different shades available. My favorite has to be Melba, just simply because it's such a lovely dusty shade that's not too bright. I wear this mostly in winter, but I sometimes pull it out for summer as well. I'm wearing it today. And then there's a whole bunch of fabulous colors that come out for limited collections. And this one here came out with a recent collection, and it's called What I Fancy. So I love that they're always bringing out new colors. If you've never seen it before, this is Melba. My next must-have from MAC are the MAC pigments. Now I've always been a little bit shy and a bit afraid of these. I just feel like I didn't know what to do with them. But recently I've just fallen in love with pigments. The last 6 months or so, I've been purchasing some and playing with them and experimenting, and I've just fallen in love. I find you need just the smallest amount. I even feel like this size is actually too large. I think if you're a makeup artist or something, then maybe you'll go through these. But yeah, I tend to stick to neutrals just because I feel like they really lighten up and brighten up eyes. So I've used some of them in the inner part of my eye today, and they just add something extra to your eye look. My two favourites are Melon and Tan, and they look quite similar. Melon has a bit of a pink shift to it, and Tan is just like a straight, very light bronze shade. They just add so much dimension and prettiness to the eye, so they're my favourites. Another favourite from the brand are their liners. Now I know a lot of people complain that their liners are a little dry, and they are, but I just feel like because they are that tad bit dry, they tend to stay on for such a long time. My favourite is Soar. I've been using this one for years. I just feel like it's the most perfect pinky mauve. It was made quite famous by a celebrity in the last couple of years, but this one is just one that I keep repurchasing all the time. And next, there's no surprise, are lipsticks. Are MAC lipsticks the best lipsticks in my collection? No. However, if you want something that you know the quality is going to be good, you kind of know what to expect, then I really like MAC lipsticks. This is my collection. There's a couple more that aren't in here at the moment, but if you're interested in seeing a review, I guess, of all of my collection of the MAC lipsticks, then let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, yeah, there's a good range of brights. There are some limited editions. There are some mattes and some all sorts of stuff in here. So definitely love MAC lipsticks. In particular, and this is, I guess, an extension of that favorite, I really love limited edition MAC. It's so unfair though. Sometimes we don't always get all of the limited editions that they get in the US, but what we do get is just fabulous stuff. So this one here is from the Brook Candy collection, and it's Doo-Wop, I believe. Yes, it's a beautiful bright pink. I love the packaging of this one. This one was actually gifted to me. I don't wear this much anymore simply because I just don't want it to run out. But this was from the Osborne collection, and this is Dodgy Girl, which is just beautiful. And this gorgeous packaging here is the Charlotte Olympia collection, and this is Leading Lady Red. And that packaging is just to die for. Another extension on that favourite are the Viva Glam lipsticks. So there's nothing different in terms of formula, but I just love the concept of these. So all money made on these lipsticks go directly to an AIDS charity. And so they've had a whole bunch of celebrities get behind the cause. These two are the most latest. So these two are the ones from Ariana Grande. So we have Ariana Grande 1 and Ariana Grande 2. And that's quite similar. Not quite 100% the same, but quite similar to Dodgy Girl. This one here is Ariana Grande 1, and this one here is Ariana Grande 2, and I love that they've got some different shades there. Ariana Grande 1 I probably wouldn't wear in summer, it's a winter shade for me, but this one I would wear all year round. And then Lucky Last is a product that I just keep repurchasing all the time. In fact, I buy them 2 at a time, and that's MAC's Prep and Prime Fix Plus. I just feel like there's nothing better that really just melts everything together and makes everything look better. It just brings back a freshness to the skin after you've used powders. It makes everything look a little bit more skin-like, and it eliminates that really powdery, cakey look. I'll just drown myself in the stuff. I use this on a daily basis. I usually use this first, and then I'll use a setting spray on top just to lock it all in. But I just feel like I don't think it's something that makes my makeup last longer, but it definitely makes it look better. And that's a wrap. That's pretty much all my favorites. So there's nothing really new and revolutionary there. I think they're all beautiful standard products that you can get all the time, apart from the limited edition collections. And I just think that they're good products, and they're products that we used to hear a lot about, but because so many products get hyped all the time, some favorites like the strobe cream, like the Fix Plus, kind of get pushed to the back. But they are beautiful products, and there's a reason why they've stuck around for so long. So what I would love for you to do is to subscribe, first of all, so you can see my videos in the future. And secondly, I'd love for you to leave me below what your favorite MAC products are. Are there any things that I really need to try? As I said, it's not that I'm not a fan of the foundations, it's just that I've never found one that worked perfectly for me in terms of both colour and the finish that I want. So maybe I just need to go to MAC and just sit down and let them try everything on me. One thing that I've never tried, just because of, I guess, cost, are the brushes. I've never really, I've only got one MAC brush, and that was actually gifted to me. So I've never tried the brushes just because I tend to stick to kind of cheaper brushes. I use Zoeva a lot. I use Morphe now, that's a new thing. And just Real Techniques. They're the main 3 brands that I use. I feel like if I was a makeup artist and I had a kit, I would invest in those, but just for my personal use, I don't use that expensive brushes. So that, again, that's it. I always seem to talk after I've already finished the video, but that's a wrap. As usual, thank you so much for coming and spending some time for me. Please subscribe if you are interested in my content, and I'll see you next time. Bye.